Hey, hello, how are you? How has your week been? Welcome to yet another episode of A Little Zen, A Little Mess. And this is me, Seema. The other day a friend of mine told me, sometimes doing nothing is absolutely important. You need it to live in a sane manner. And I remember laughing about it and got me thinking. And so I'm going to ask you the same thing. So you ready? Ready for some real talk? Okay, so here goes. When was the last time you did absolutely nothing? And I mean, no scrolling, no binging, no relaxed productively, just nothing. If you had to think about it, yeah, you know what I mean? It was the same for me. And that's kind of why we are here today. If you have ever noticed how some of life's biggest lessons arrive on completely ordinary days, not during some grand success or a dramatic failure, but probably on a random Tuesday while you were just standing in the middle of traffic, or you missed a train and you were just waiting for the next one to come, or you were waiting for a call from a friend. And today's episode is about something we often forget in a world obsessed with speed. Sometimes life is not asking you to run faster. Sometimes it's asking you to pause. Do nothing other than just breathe. And long enough to notice what truly matters. So I want to tell you about my favorite kind of person. You know that one uncle we all know, probably they're in our family, or in our building, or in our neighborhood. The one who's always just sitting. Either on the balcony with some chai, or maybe outside a shop, waving out to anyone who's willing to talk to him. Not doing anything particularly useful, but just watching, sometimes people, sometimes pigeons maybe, or even the clouds. And sometimes nothing at all. And everyone around him is running, cooking, planning, worrying, calling someone back. And uncle is just there, completely unbothered, almost annoyingly peaceful. And how many times have you asked yourself, is he lazy? Does he have no work? Turns out, he probably was one of the wisest ones in the room. In the Indian tradition, we have this beautiful concept called mauna, which just means silence, stillness, a pause. Ancient sages practiced it not because they had nothing to say, but because they knew that sometimes the best thoughts come after you stop thinking so hard. Like how you never solve a problem while you're just staring at it, but the answer shows up when you're in the shower probably, or on a walk, or at 2 a.m. when you're half asleep. Now that's not magic. That's just your brain finally getting some breathing room. Scientists actually have a name for what your brain does when it's resting. They call it the default mode network. Fancy name, right? But it's a simple idea. When you stop doing, your brain starts connecting, linking ideas, processing feelings, quietly solving things in the background. Basically, your brain is like a WhatsApp group. When everyone's talking at once, it's chaos. Nothing useful happens. But when it goes quiet, suddenly that one message that matters comes through. Tagore, the poet, wrote something that I keep coming back to. The trees, the flowers, the grass, they do not hurry, and yet they bloom. There's something very reassuring about that, isn't there? Nothing in nature is grinding, and everything still shows up right on time. Now, if you're sitting somewhere in London or New Jersey or Toronto right now listening to this on your commute, first of all, hi. Second, you especially need to hear this because you're probably working twice as hard to belong somewhere and forgetting to just be somewhere. So here's what I'm asking all of you to do today. And I promise you, it's the easiest thing anyone has ever asked of you. Find 5 minutes. Sit somewhere nice. No phone, no podcast. Yes, including this one after it ends. Just sit, look at the sky, watch a fan spin, stare at your own hands if you have to. And if that's the only thing available, don't try to be mindful about it. Don't achieve your silence. Just sit. Let your mind wander. Let it be bored. Let it breathe. You're not wasting time, you're actually filling yourself back up. The stillness you're choosing, you grew up around it. It was that afternoon nap nobody apologized for. The long pauses in conversation that didn't feel awkward. The neighbor who just sat with you without needing a reason. You don't have to go back to find it, you just have to stop right where you are. And if you really ask me, Balcony Uncle had it right all along. And so, this is a reminder to each one of us today. Do a little less and see what shows up. And take good care of yourselves. Slowly. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll speak to you again next week. Bye for now.